What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 249 of Opinions May Vary. I'm your host, JR, back in the flesh. It was really... when I was listening last week, I went and gave it a listen, I was like, I sound like a guest. And it freaked me out. It straight up freaked me out. I'm not saying guests are bad or that they're lower than me, but... No, I'm just kidding. It was weird that I sounded different after 246, whatever, how many ever episodes I've done, where I sounded exactly the same. Anyways, I have my co-host with me, Alex.
Hi.
And joining us this week is no one. It's another Justice. It's another Justice episode.
Just us.
You know why? Because Christmas is tomorrow. And people are busy, and we're not here to hinder other people. In other words, no one responded. So...
That's the most truthful truth.
So it's Justice, but there's plenty to talk about. It's gonna be, it's gonna be a brief one because, to put it frankly, we got shit to do.
I haven't finished my shopping yet.
Exactly.
It is the 24th.
Yep. It is the 20th. Oh, this episode will be up today.
Good thing my family doesn't listen to this.
Because, not here. You said you already gave your niece a present, right?
Yeah.
So there you go.
Mm-hmm. The one really. She's the one that matters the most.
It's not like you're doing all your shopping today.
No.
You're doing some. You're finishing.
I know what I want for a couple people.
Loose ends.
Still gonna have to figure out a few others. But I'm going to be fighting the horde, so...
It's true. My wife and I went out last night. We went to go to Costco to get some seltzer. Costco has great deals on seltzer. They have Poland Spring, 24 case. 4 different flavors. Comes in cases of 6. 6 times 4 is 24. So
okay.
For $8, I'll go to Costco for that. Considering my mother-in-law renews our membership every year, like as a gift, like it's like a Christmas gift or whatever.
A friend of ours did something like that because his parents were always like, "What are we gonna get you?" And he's like, "Well, I could use a PlayStation Plus account, so I just pay the membership for that."
Yep. There's a picture on Reddit. I literally saw it yesterday, and it was like, well, at least she tried. And it was Xbox gift cards, and totaling like the amount of like an Xbox Live membership. Yeah. But like he also put his PlayStation controller in the picture.
And the caption was something like, "They knew I had the white one."
Yeah.
But he had
which they both could be white.
Yeah, well, there's like a special skin or something. Yeah.
But we braved Costco, which actually wasn't all that terrible. Is Costco New England? Is that just up here?
Well, there's Sam's Clubs and BJ's.
Yeah.
For other
so
places.
Depending on where you are, Costco is essentially like the giant warehouse stores where you just buy everything in bulk. Like you pay for a membership, but it's super cheap to buy shit.
What was the name of that Dan Cook movie? I think the one
Employee of the Month. Yeah. If you've ever seen Employee of the Month, it's that kind of stuff, which Colin has ragged, like really given me shit for this in the past, and quite frankly, I deserve it. But for some reason, Employee of the Month is hilarious to me. Like that movie, I randomly saw it at a friend's house, and like he was like, "Hey, we'll watch Employee of the Month." I was like, "Really, Dan Cook? Really, Jessica Simpson, Employee of the Month? Are you serious?" And like I sat down and watched it, I was like belly laughing. For some reason, that movie just makes me laugh. It's just a guilty pleasure.
Look, the car's on the shelf. We have to sell it.
It's a piece of shit Honda.
Is that the tag said too?
Yeah.
Exactly. If it's on the shelf, we have to sell it.
Piece of shit Honda. Oh, man. The 81 Honda.
Who's actually riding the mini bike around?
Yeah.
Remember mini bikes?
Yeah, I do remember
Those aren't
mini
a thing
bikes
anymore.
Yeah, because they kill people. But that's the type of store Costco is. It's beautiful and disgusting. It's great for people watching. The carriages are so enormous it makes you feel like a child. Like seriously, the carriage comes up to like my chest, like my sternum.
Yeah.
So I literally feel like a child. But and then we went to
people in there.
Exactly.
Like a couple of
like
them.
actual people.
Yeah.
Dead people.
Yep.
And then we went to
because you got to fold them up to fit.
Yeah.
They don't just drape them. It's ridiculous.
And then we went to Target.
Which
was a madhouse.
Target
was because like I don't know if this is really good quality shit here that we're talking about, but it's Christmas and I'm talking about I'm a suck. I worked 10 years in retail. I love Christmas more than ever.
I work at a package handling company that delivers packages. We thought we were going to be done like by 7:45 yesterday on Friday.
Was that a horrible?
I made overtime for once. So, like, normally our shift is about 4 hours.
Right.
I was there for 5.5.
Right. Which is rare.
And all it was like some stuff was late. Like a late can showed up or a late truck.
Right.
So we just waiting. It's when I do push-ups or do squats, just so I don't fall asleep. Anyway,
right.
retail.
Oh, God.
Target.
Yeah, retail, Target.
Targetto.
Like, Target was... Again, I don't know if this is just a sign of my age. Like, one of the things that I absolutely love doing is going to Target with my wife and just walking around.
Mm-hmm.
Just really lame.
I've done that
really
in the past.
lame.
Not with your wife, though.
Right, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, you know, she's cool. She's friends with people.
Is, yeah.
And we literally just wander to and just like make fun of shit and
Mhm.
laugh, and I like it. So we went to Target yesterday to pick up some stuff because for the first time in my family's history, we're not having Christmas at my parents' house. I'm hosting Christmas.
Ooh.
I was like, hey, I have my own house right now. And I want to start my own because like my brother does Christmas Eve ever since he got a house.
Mhm.
Thanksgiving is like for the in-laws. It's like my brother goes to his husband's in-laws and I go to my wife's in-law. Like that's for the in-laws, and then Christmas is for the family.
Mhm.
So we're hosting. So we had to go to Target to pick up some stuff, and Target was a fucking, excuse my language here, is a fucking madhouse. But it was a I love it. Like people weren't like being like belligerent, but like the Lego shelf,
Mhm.
like because I like to walk by the Legos. 'Cause I'm
Yeah.
a big fan of Legos.
Yeah.
Was almost pretty much empty except for, like the really like lame sets.
Huh.
And like the Nerf guns. Like there's a lot of Nerf guns, but
Mhm.
where they're normally like nicely stacked,
Yeah.
they're literally just in piles, just piles of Nerf guns.
By the way, we have a friend who recently bought a house or is in the process of buying a house.
Did I know
And-
about this?
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't think she's told anybody yet.
She.
Yep. Now, it comes with like a couple of bedrooms. So like one's for sleeping and one's going to be the office.
Right.
And then there's an additional one that they're not sure what to use it for. And she's like, so it might become a Nerf arena.
Have they been part of Nerf battles?
They have.
Do they cosplay a lot?
Yeah, they do. So ever since my Nerf arena got taken away because I got a roommate, there's been a lack of Nerf fights.
It's very like the gun that I want, I can't even remember the name of it, but like it's in my YouTube research on like what is ultimately hailed as one of the best Nerf guns.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I need that, and then they started selling it. Like for a while they weren't selling it, but then I saw it at Target again. But I was like, I can't justify buying this if I can't use it.
Yeah,
you know.
I gotcha.
So that needs to come back into our lives because we used to have some pretty amazing Nerf battles.
I figured it was a game changer when I bought my double-sided clip. Because I could reload as I shoot and then just flip it over. It's great. Anyway.
It's amazing how quickly you can dive down the Nerf rabbit hole, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, because I had you researching drum clips, right? At one point you were looking at drums.
I need a bigger clip.
Yeah. Because I had... Well, going back here, we're not touching on anything we plan on talking about today. Whatever, it's Christmas. I think I've already told this story, but for when I got married, we didn't have a traditional wedding, so there wasn't like a reception or anything. That was just family. So we threw a party before the wedding. So friends, we can hang out with our friends and stuff. And I got all my would have been groomsmen, called them my dudesmen, just because I thought that sounded fun.
Mm-hmm.
My would have been groomsmen. I had Brett Kelly, the art mercenary himself. He customized some Nerf guns. I bought a bunch of the same Nerf gun, which after I bought them all, I realized is hailed as one of the worst guns made in recent history.
What?
It just had a cool action.
I think it's great.
I love the gun, but like when compared to others, like when you watch the review videos, it's hilarious. The disappointment in everyone when they're like, "Oh my god, I'm so excited for the sling fire," or whatever it's called. I'm so excited. I've been waiting so long for this because it has the cool like cocking action.
Yeah.
It has like the fake stock. Mm-hmm. And then like when they all shoot it, like literally wow, this is awful. And like they run it through like when you shoot it through the thing, it tells you like how many feet per second it was going. Like oh my god, it's only going X. Oh man,
what do they need? I don't. It's a toy.
These like some of these people like have hundreds of thousands of subscribers and they just talk about Nerf guns. It's the dream, man. It's the dream. And I had Brett Kelly customize them, he painted on them, and then like eventually it turned into like we had a big Nerf war during our wedding party thing. And then the Nerf war turned into everyone has their Nerf guns in their cars pretty much all the time.
Mhm.
And then wherever we were, it turned into Nerf battles. And then Alex had a spare room in his house at the time, so then it turned into Nerf arena. And it was just so much fun. My gun is still in my car. The other day, like I was sitting there waiting for something. Like, I was helping out a friend.
Mhm.
He needed a ride somewhere. I was waiting for him. And like I picked up my Nerf gun. It's just in my back seat. And like I tried to fire it.
Yeah.
And like the darts have been jammed in the clip for so long, like they're just like flat.
Yeah.
So I need new darts.
I guess I should
But-
take mine out of my clip.
Yeah, it's good to leave it.
Loosen them up a bit.
Yep, because mine are just mine are pretty obliterated. But the Nerf culture is pretty incredible. When you go and you search this shit, man, like when you're like, what my standard loadout? It's like, okay, so this is my loadout, and it's just like they got like the custom vests to hold clips,
Yeah.
and like they have different colored darts in their clips, so like
Okay.
when they're shooting, they'll
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
like
how-
I actually got that idea from Joe. Joe would put like, because I had two different colors of darts, I had green and blue,
Yeah.
and Joe would put a green one like at the end, so
Yeah.
he knew like his last shot.
So you don't fire up a blank.
But these people would like start out blue, and then they transition to yellow darts when they're getting low, and then red darts mean that they're about to run out. But it's
This is important.
it really like
People might be joking about it, making fun of it.
I know, and I'm not even making fun of it. Like I guess I kind of am, but
until you've been in a Nerf battle, it's because you could fire like the one dart and be like, yeah, whatever. Like when you're fighting for your life now.
you lined up that perfect shot, and it turns out you're dry. You know, and then like there's videos on like primaries versus and sidearms, because you got to have your primary weapon, but what if you run out of ammo? You got to have a good sidearm to whip out like your whole. You know, what's the best sidearm? You know, everyone really goes for the old Maverick. Remember the Maverick,
Mhm.
the barrel? Like me and
Yep.
I modded
That's the one everyone turned into their steampunk gun.
Yes. And now there's the new version.
If you ever see a steampunk with a barrel clip that shoots out of the,
it's like a revolver.
yeah.
It's either a Maverick or the new one. I can't remember what the new version of it is called, but it's like the newer, sleeker. Like the Maverick was back in like 2007, when it was like yellow and black, and I modded mine because like the barrel didn't come all the way out when you wanted to reload, but there was
Yeah.
a mod you could do to file down the thing, which I did. And you could get it to come all the way out like an actual revolver. It was hot. I was really, and then I broke it because I tried to mod the I tried to take out the air restrictors, which I didn't know what I was doing, so it went in the trash. Anyways, Nerf guns. We're 12 minutes in. We haven't even touched on anything. We're Christmas. I love Christmas. But yeah, Target was a madhouse. That's where I
Not
was
to
going with
mention, our Target is in a mall,
Yep.
which is dying.
that. Oh yeah,
We're one of those areas. Our town has a lot of stores in a square mile, and there's new stores that come in, and they all like want their own like big space and everything. So there's a bunch of plazas around, and then there's the old mall. There's a time when it was awesome, and everyone would go there.
Yep.
But the time has passed because everyone does more online shopping, and what has been coming in like just aren't quality stores anymore, and like no one really goes there to go to the mall. You go there because like you're going to Target or the movie theater, and that's kind of it.
That's like almost literally it.
Like no one goes to our mall to go to the always 50% off Asian stuff
Chinese
store.
traditions or whatever it is.
Which I walked by, and like one of the workers was like wearing like one of the shirts straight off the rack.
Yeah.
Just like showed up to work and then put this thing on so it looked the part, but like you can still see like the ironed folds in it.
Yep.
So-
And the thing is, like I remember when that store first showed up
Yeah.
in the first location. Like I was
like,
there
oh,
like
wow.
every day. There's fucking swords. You can buy swords. You know.
I want one of these. I want my girlfriend to wear one of these dresses.
Yep. The Enfield Square is the most depressed. My wife and I, we were at the Target, and I was like, "Hey, let's walk the mall. Just get some ideas," because it was like early December, and it was the most because like I remember going there when I was a kid.
Mhm.
That's where you could do all your Christmas shopping in one shot.
Yeah.
And like there were these giant. Remember the giant brown square fountains?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like they had the giant fountains, and they had the Santa, and they had the stuff, and like I remember all that, and they had Tilt, the arcade. We've talked about Tilt in the past when we talked about arcades. Tilt in the original location before Ruby Tuesdays, which Ruby Tuesdays just randomly shut. Like, they showed up to go to work one day and they're closed.
Yeah.
But like,
no,
it's just,
that was, like, I think it was like mid-shift.
oh, was it?
Yeah.
I didn't even
like
know
they
that.
were open. It was like mid-shift. And I believe they were like, all right, well, when your customers leave, we're done.
Holy shit.
Don't take any more people in. We're done right now. You have 5 minutes left in your day. Go home.
It's just it's a depressing shell. Like when you walk it, like they kind of had a little bit of a resurgence. Like when Hot Topic showed up, PAX Sun was there. They're both gone. Hot Topic's facade is still there, but now it's like a tuck shop.
Our mall is so small, we couldn't get a Pacific Sunwear, so we got a PAX Sun.
We got a PAX Sun. Yep. That was the first place I ever applied to a job for. And I was crushed when I called back, and they're like, yeah, we're not hiring. I was like, why the fuck did you take my application then?
Because you asked for one.
I know. Yeah, I did. And I
Yeah, but there's so many empty storefronts that now are just like have displays for other stores
For
that
other
you don't want to go
stores.
to.
Yep, it's really, really, really depressing. There used to be 2 GameStops, or there. No, at the time there were EB Games or whatever it was, Electronics Boutique. It's just really, really depressing.
And that was a pain in the ass.
Yeah,
Because
well, because you had to deliver to both of them, or you had to sort for both of them.
I had to load the truck that used to the one of the delivery company trucks that would go to the mall, and I would have to load packages for EB Games, but the driver wanted them separated. And there's no way to tell except by looking at the address, the label, because they had like suite numbers, and I have to look for this microscopic suite number,
Right.
almost like an apartment number, but smaller.
Because you have all the time in the world to do that.
Exactly, to split these things up, and I never did. You know why? Because he never tipped me. At Christmas time,
Tip your fucking loaders.
at Christmas time, it's important for a driver to tip their loader. And this guy, in 3 years, never did. So all his EV games just got put in a damn pile. Not even label out. I'd put them labeled down. Which, like, it sounds like it sounds like a stupid gripe, but like when your job is like timed down to the second, and you just have to grab these things and go. Like having to turn a package 6 times to find the label is gonna ruin your day. Like doing this once or twice, not a big deal.
Right. All day.
When you do it 200 times. But yeah, at the same time, he gets paid by the hour, so whatever.
Exactly.
Did him a favor.
One of the best, like I've said it thousands of times in the past. I'm a sucker for Christmas. Really, just the season. I don't care what you celebrate. I like this time of the year. It just makes me happy. I like being with my family. Gifts, whatever. Couldn't care. But like I get gifts. I don't care if I get any. I give gifts. I don't care if I get any. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
I like to eat food and I like to hang out with my family. So regardless of what you celebrate, I just love this time of the year. And with this, go ahead.
My brother and sister, at some point, they made an agreement to not get each other anything. Because it's hard, it's time, and it costs money, and how about we just don't do it? But I was never included in this conversation. And for some reason, I thought the message was passed on, and it never was. And, like, they tried to, like, tell my parents to tell me. I'm like, well, they didn't talk to me about it. So I always get them gifts because that's what Christmas is.
Yeah.
You get people stuff. And so there's been Christmas where, like, I haven't gotten anything from them.
Right,
they
right.
feel bad and, like, come back a couple days later, like, with a gift card or something.
Growing up as a kid, Christmas was always a huge deal in my family. Like, my parents would pretty much bankrupt themselves every year to get us gifts. Like, and just mounds of presents growing up.
Mhm.
Like, it was... Like, for our birthday, we'd get 1 or 2 things. You know, I know people who got, like, presents on Easter and Valentine's Day. Like, we would get a basket full of candy,
Yeah.
you know. On Christmas, though, like, they would go all out. It was the one day a year that, like, they spoiled us. And even, like, up until recently, like, 3 or 4 years ago, still, like, just mounds. And, like, me, my brother, and my sister would all say, like, just don't, it doesn't matter. Don't get us anything. You know, when the yearly, what do you want for Christmas? Nothing. I don't care.
Mhm.
You know, I don't care. And we still show up, and there's just mounds of shit. What Where was I going with this?
You're a sucker for Christmas.
Yeah, I really am. I had a reason for telling that story, not to just brag about how much all the shit I got.
Did I
for
pull you
Christmas.
off it?
I can't remember. No, I pulled myself off of it.
It's okay. We'll come back to it.
Yeah, it's gone. Either way,
in 30 minutes, we'll find it again.
Exactly. Yeah. As soon as we finish recording, be like, "Oh, right, that's what I wanted to say to not sound like an asshole." To be like, "Listen, how fortunate I was during Christmas." But like, I mean, even in recent years, it's just like, seriously, don't give me anything. Like, get me underwear and socks, and maybe a sweater. I like sweaters.
How about you stay healthy?
Yeah. Yep.
Get me that. That's my present. You guys don't die or anything.
But I still love getting people's stuff. Like, me and my wife decided this year, like, maybe we'll skip trying to get each other stuff, and maybe we'll pull our money and like get a new computer or something, because like we're both looking to get like a new, because like my laptop is struggling and her laptop is struggling, and so maybe we'll get a new computer. We'll pull our money together. We still got each other shit. Like, she got me a couple things. Like, I already gave her a present because she could use it beforehand. I want her to be able to use it. I got her one of the cutting boards from Offerman's Woodshop.
Ooh, nice, nice.
Yep, it's an expensive slab of wood.
But it's an Offerman slab of wood.
It's an Offerman slab of wood. It's made from two different types of wood. Ooh, I just got a Kickstarter update as I check my phone here because I sent it to my friend who's good at woodworking. It's made from European beech and walnut. So those are types of wood.
How many beaches do they import from?
Just the one. It's European. But like, it came with like a note. It looks handwritten, but I think it's printed. But it's like, thank you for buying this piece of wood. It's like, made by real hard-working, meat-eating Americans. Like, it's ironic because my wife is a vegetarian.
That is funny.
But, a sign like Nick Offerman. I don't know if it's legit. It looks printed. I'm pretty sure it's printed. But still, it's neat. And then she immediately runs into the room and like gives me one of my gifts early. She got me one of like their little ornaments that they sell. So, add that to the custom or the hand-turned bat that she got me a couple years ago, and we're getting a good collection.
I figure it's obviously true for other people, because I've had one of those relationships where it's like, okay, how about we both don't have much money, so let's set a limit and be like, only get each other stuff that's like $50.
Right.
Okay? So $50 limit, and that's what it'll be. We'll just each get each other that much, and then we're done. And then always go over.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Every time.
How much did you spend on these? 100 and, something. The limo was 50. Yeah, I know, but
I just wanted to. I wanted to seem better than you.
Shit, that's kind of...
Yeah,
there's at least one relationship where that was correct.
Absolutely. Everyone's had the one relationship where it was like, let's go easy this year, and then they get you a computer. And you got them a pair of shoes. And then, like, even though you had those standards set and, like, someone broke them, you're still made to feel like shit for not also getting them something that's on par with a computer. Am I speaking from personal experience? We'll just leave it vague. We'll leave it vague right there.
There was a time I decided it's a different holiday. I decided to change up what I would normally do, because there was a girl who was really into Valentine's Day, and so I'd get her the flowers, candy, and a stuffed animal, and whatever. And I would hide stuff around our apartment, and I did this for like maybe 2 years, I think, not 3, because then it's a tradition. Then you have to keep doing it.
Right.
So on a third one, like, I got her a card. And
did you ruin it?
Well, the thing is, like, I had already planned out the rest of the day, because I already got us a reservation, and I already got us movie tickets, and so, like, this was the temporary, like, one thing, because she's going to open the card, and I wrote in there, like, everything else that we've got planned.
Right.
So she, like, sees the card and, like, doesn't open, and she's like, is this it? And I'm like, what? And then, like, she has a breakdown and starts crying. And I'm like, but now we're going to be late to the movie.
Keep going.
So that was toxic.
Yeah. Hey, you survived, though. We survived.
Yeah.
We made it out.
We made it.
We're stronger, better men. We're manly men. Speaking of men, wait. So with Christmas, Happiest time of the year. Most wonderful time of the year, according to all the songs. Christmas, holiday, whatever you want to call it. I'm a big fan of saying happy holidays. Have a good holiday. I used to say that when I worked retail. Have a good holiday. People would get furious because I didn't wish them their religious specific, thing.
We should just make something up.
Yeah.
Well, I thought you were into Black Mass, but
everyone's favorite game of the past year, Overwatch. They do the fun stuff, and I even hinted toward it a little bit to see if I can get any information out, but I wasn't going to dig. Back when we had Keith on a couple weeks ago, I was like, I don't know if you've recorded anything for holiday, so feel free to confirm that if you want, but I'm not going to dig.
Keith
Silverstein?
The voice actor of Torbjorn?
Yeah, the very one.
Who's on our show.
Who's on our show 2 episodes ago.
Awesome.
You should go back and listen.
It was great.
But
I always wondered where my armor was. Now I know.
Yeah, you know where to come. You can come get it. Yeah, that was a fun time. Big ups to Keith for coming on and letting us fanboy for an hour. They did the Christmas thing because they did the Summer Games thing for the Olympics, and then they did Halloween stuff for Halloween, and now there was rumors that it was eventually confirmed they're doing a Christmas event with all new skins, and they make the maps all neat, and they make them holiday themed, and they make the new menu with the music.
It's fun.
Excuse me, it's super fun. It makes you want to keep playing the game.
If you
spend a lot of money on loot boxes to get all the exclusive content.
They could just let you play the same exact thing, but they work towards making changes and making it entertaining and trying to make it better.
Yep, for free.
Yeah.
For $0.
Yeah, you bought the game, and this update, the Christmas update, didn't cost you anything.
All it cost you was a couple minutes, depending on your internet speeds, to download it.
Yep.
If you're like me and you're obsessive, and as soon as I saw that Torbjorn had a Santa skin, I was like, motherfucker, I need that. He's almost my secondary now.
Yeah.
I play Zenyatta more than I play him nowadays. I used to play Torbjorn mainly on defense maps, some offense, and some capture maps, but really I've been deviating towards Zenyatta more and more. But Torbjorn's still my favorite. He's still my favorite character.
You've become a supporter?
I play Zenyatta in the most aggressive way possible because I can't help it. But it means I die a lot.
There's times where, when I was new to the game, I didn't give a shit about Zenyatta.
Me neither.
But then there's been times where either I love him or I hate him, and when I hate him, it's because he's on the other team.
Yep.
And I'll be May and throw out my Blizzard, and I'll start to freeze everyone to death. And here comes Zenyatta with his transcendence, and everyone's fine. And I'm like, oh, god damn it! But the same thing has happened where you hear one of the voice lines of something shitty is going to happen, and then suddenly here comes Zenyatta from behind me,
saving your
transcendence, saving my damn life.
There are a few ults that where nothing can save you. If it's Diva or Junkrat, Zenyatta can save himself, and that's about it.
Right.
But the burst damage can kill other people, whereas with Mei or even Reinhardt, his hammer down, if it's a stun type of thing, you can do a lot of help.
He's stopped Pharah for me a few times too.
Which is tough because sometimes you feel helpless because it's I have my ult ready to go, but my ult is more defensive.
Yeah.
And if I were to pop ult right now, it wouldn't really do much for us. There's been a couple times where it's okay, so that actually helped me. I stayed alive long enough, so my team came back, but it's rare. I love Zenyatta, though. He's my boy. Because, at first, my main... I was playing Lucy all the time when I went support. But now I'm I like Zenyatta a lot more. I can do more damage with him. Anyways, so they're doing the holiday stuff, and it's so fun, and I spent embarrassing amount of money on loot boxes, but I'm okay with it. I'll accept it. I'll give Blizzard my money if it means they keep cranking out shit like this. I'm okay with that. And I've only played once or twice with the new Torbjorn skin, but his new Molten Core activation voice is different.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I couldn't tell what he said, but he doesn't just say Molten Core. He says ho 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 or I can't remember. But there's all the new skins. Some of them are really neat. The Zenyatta one I needed,
Yeah,
which I've unlocked twice now in loot boxes.
that looked really cool.
There's the McCree's Scrooge.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I haven't seen his.
You haven't seen it yet?
No,
It's awesome.
no. Winston is like a abominable
Yeti.
snow monster.
Yeah, Winston's the Yeti, and like the best part, like they change everything, even like the guns, because you can like look at the gun depending on the skin, and like his gun has like, the how it's his is like long.
Yeah.
On the sides, it's like slabs of wood, like just old wood, shooting electricity somehow.
Yeah, why not?
Whatever, I'll allow it. It's Blizzard.
People were complaining about Maze though.
Yes,
Because they basically took one of her original outfits and like turned her red and gave her a Santa hat.
Yep.
But her outfit hasn't really been a primary color yet. It's usually like some kind of white with piping on it, and different tones here and there. But this was like the first like bold change that I've seen, aside from like their firefighter outfit.
It's the first. It's the first new skin that May has gotten since the game came out. Because, right, with Alex being a May main and having no soul, he, it kind of limited. Although it's cool that you have the firefighter one, like because family and stuff like that.
I don't use it.
I don't know. You don't even use it.
Want it.
I think we use the same one.
The abominable.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that was like the most expensive one.
Yep.
But yeah, people were complaining about it, and they were like, "This isn't legendary quality, you guys." And Blizzard was like, "Sorry, we all thought it was neat. We'll get you next time."
Yep. People raised it because like the thing with Overwatch is like people in the past have been like, "Hey Overwatch," or "Hey Blizzard," it would be really neat, like over the Halloween episode when they came out with the new Mercy skin where she was a witch, and during the Junkenstein's Revenge mini game, like the Horde mode game,
Yeah.
she would say like, "My servants never die,"
Yeah.
like it was a new voice line. But when you got the skin in the game, she said, "Heroes never die."
For a price.
Yeah,
No, that's a demon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Hey, Blizzard, how about, why doesn't she say, like, my servants never die, like, in the thing?" And they're like, "Yeah, okay, it'll be on the next patch." And they're like, there it is, boom. So now she says it, like, they listen to their fans. And now people, I think, some people have become accustomed to that. And they're like, Blizzard, this isn't what we said we wanted. We wanted something, like, a lot of people were saying, like, you had the perfect opportunity to, like, a Japanese... like New Year, because May is Japanese, I believe, or Chinese. Chinese. You had the perfect opportunity to do something, and you just went with you just recolored her skin, or her outfit. Like, it's lazy. It's you didn't do exactly what I wanted you to do, so I hate you. Even though all this was for free, it cost me nothing but the price of the game if I even paid for it. And Blizzard was like, "Hey, we thought it was cool. We're sorry that you didn't think it was cool. Did you also notice that we changed one of the in-game animations? Because we did that too. So if you're using that skin and you use one of her abilities, it actually changes how it looks in the game, which I don't think they've ever done for another character. Like
when she ices herself to regen.
Yep.
And she's invincible for a little while. Like, you can't do anything because you're regenning, but you're invincible because you're an ice block. They made her into a snowman.
It's a snowman, and I think it's so rad.
I think the snowman still has a Santa hat on too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, you get the new skin and that, but apparently people that wasn't enough. And also May had her own minigame.
One of her animations is that, like, she, like, makes a snowman now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she, like, puts the... Yep. But people were a little upset because Blizzard didn't do exactly what they wanted him to do, even though it's Blizzard's video game. But whatever. So Blizzard was like, "Hey, we thought it was cool. Sorry, didn't think it was cool." And they moved on. Because, like, not everyone got a new skin. A lot of people did. I'm trying to think. Like, Tracers is cool. She's like an elf. What else is there? Reinhardt didn't get a new one for the first time ever, I think.
Some of the new voice lines are neat, too.
Yeah. Farah is like the ice. Like, she's covered in icicles.
Yeah,
like,
I want that one.
That was the first one I unlocked.
That's one that I want.
Yeah.
Because Farah's my second.
Farah's so annoying. So annoying.
Yeah, I know.
Like, when I play as Farah, I die immediately because she has such low health. When I'm playing against Farahs, I can never take them out, ever. It's just how it is.
Farah on Farah fights are a pain in the ass.
Yep, because you're both just floating.
Yep.
And you just got to hope you hit one.
You have to predict where they're going to be.
Fucking game.
But,
and hey, Tracer's gay.
to be honest, that's really that's how it should be addressed. Of like, oh, we found out this news.
Yeah, they released like a winter comic, like all the different characters, like how they're spending their holidays. Apparently, Torbjorn gets a lot, is what the joke is going around. Like Torbjorn just bangs everything because he has all these kids. Or is that Reinhardt? I can't remember.
Well, they're in the same panel.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It could be both.
Yep.
I don't know.
But like it showed like all the different like heroes and stuff, like what they're doing for, and like part of it was Tracer like trying to like buy a present that she wanted, but she couldn't, and then she saved the day also really quick, and then like she gets home and like she gives the present to her significant other, and oh my god, it's a woman, and they kiss. Oh my god, Tracer's gay. And like maybe I'm a little biased here. I like to think that we're pretty accepting people, but I went, oh cool, and that was my response. Like, that's neat.
I was furious because I was like, "Whoa, Tracer's into redheads? Me too. Now I've got competition."
It's true.
This is BS.
But then again, I guess it wouldn't be competition.
It really wouldn't. Yeah. Her name is Emily.
Yeah.
Which I saw a post where someone was like questioning, like, "What do we call this ship now?"
Tremely.
Tracer Emily. Tris Emily.
What's their celebrity name? Yeah, their celebrity mix-up name, mashup name. Really, that's the only concern that people should have over something like this. But apparently, like Alex, you had posted the other day on our page on Facebook, facebook.com/opinionsmayvary.
It also went to Twitter too.
It also went to the Twitter. Yep. All of our posts immediately go to Twitter. Excuse me.
Jess Barber, who was on
a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, like 2 episodes ago. She had posted it, and so I shared it from her because I like to give credit to where I find stuff. Someone made a quick little video and set to music, and it runs through like the comic, and it shows like every panel of the comic, and like getting to the point where Tracer gives the present to her girlfriend, and then it like there's like a black screen for a second, and then it opens up on people's posts on the Overwatch like forum boards, and some were on Twitter or some were on Facebook or other posts, and it just runs through like not even like the entire post, just the title. And sometimes it's like a section of the post, and it's all these people who are furious or angry or aloof and don't care, or telling other ones to calm down, or people reasoning out why
a Tracer main
reasoning out why their opinion on Tracer is important.
Why their opinion of this fictional character, this person that does not exist in the real world. They're a video game character created by a team of people. They're mad because this character doesn't match the sexuality that they had assigned to them. And because sexuality to them, when I'm playing a game, I think, man, I love that Nathan Drake is straight. I'm really happy that Nathan.
This
Drake
is how I can identify with him.
Yeah, me and Nathan Drake are like one and the same because we're both straight.
While I sit on the couch eating 3 different kinds of chips.
Exactly.
Nathan's adventuring the land in his amazing body.
One of the best responses I saw to this Tracer thing. It was on Twitter, I believe, and I think there's been memes made out of it now. It was maybe, just maybe, you should just act like Tracer's sexuality is the payload, so then you can fucking ignore it like you always do.
I didn't see that.
Yep.
That was a good one.
Yeah, get on the damn payload. If you abandon your healer on the payload, no respect for you. No respect.
Well, your healer is supposed to be going to heal you, so
yeah, exactly.
Just follow.
But sometimes the healer is just sitting there and the payload's alone. And they're like, well, someone's got to move it.
Yeah, but this video showed it goes really fast too.
Yeah.
Where, like I only had time to read every other one almost. But like one of them was Blizzard ruined Christmas.
Yep. Ruined Christmas. That's what ruined their Christmas. That, not, all the horrible guy just rampaging in a truck through Berlin.
Mm-hmm.
What else happened? yesterday a dude he hijacked a plane. I think it was before it took off though.
Maybe.
My new job has news TV above us, so I
Mhm.
see it a lot. But like, not all the horrible, horrible atrocities happening all over the world.
A new nuclear arms race isn't a bad thing.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. Our president-elect is talking about, how openly about how it needs to be a nuclear arms race is probably gonna be inevitable. I don't pretend to be political at all, so really I don't know what I'm talking about. But like, there's a lot of really, there's a lot of really fucked up shit happening. But hey, this fake character who shoots guns and teleports 3 times every couple seconds, being gay, is going to completely ruin everything. Everything else that happened in 2016 was meh. This ruined it.
It's true. If you're a Tracer main, it means that you're gay now.
Yeah.
That's what people are afraid of.
That's what it is.
It's obviously how can it not be true?
Mm-hmm.
It's
just like how I'm a skeevy pervert because someone's gonna hack that. It's just me saying I'm a skeevy pervert. Because
you make a note of that.
Have you ever heard I'm a skeevy pervert? I'm just gonna leave some silence there, so you can cut that up.
Yeah, I'll find it.
Yep. Have you ever heard Torbjorn interact with Diva when he asked to peek inside of her mech?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She says no, right?
Yeah. Can I have a peek inside your mech? That was my Torbjorn, by the way. Thanks, Keith.
It's perfect.
I hope I did you proud.
That was really good.
So
you might take his job, to be honest.
Most likely. Yeah, so Tracer's gay, and people predictably, and I hate that it's even predictable.
What I titled it, when I posted what I titled it was that, like, it's a great example of the internet. It's not good people, bad people. It's absolutely what would have happened. It's not a surprise. Because for as many, like people being outraged and amazed or angered, there's as many people on there going, it's not a big deal. So what?
And there's a lot of very
Just
happy
relax.
people too.
Yeah.
Like on Twitter, a lot of people were like,
I think a friend of mine was posting one of us.
yeah. Yep. Like the video that you posted ended with like, she's ours now, like,
oh yeah, with like the rainbow.
yeah. Like a lot of people were like almost brought to tears because like, I'm sure there are a lot of people out there who might be gay themselves. They can identify with this character. Like maybe they were already like a Tracer main. Oh my god, my favorite character is like me. I can relate to this. Like I know a lot of people were like moved, to like tears because it meant a lot to them.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, it doesn't match my religion. I'm gonna veil it under religion, even though it's my own personal prejudices. But hey, religion gives me an excuse to hate it. I'm sorry, we're getting a little political here, but
That's another comment.
yeah,
Because one of the things that showed up on the video was that, like, oh, Blizzard's political now?
right.
They're making Overwatch political? And there was an article I saw on Bleeding Cool where it's like, you mean Overwatch wasn't already political?
Have you played the game at
Have
all?
you been paying attention? Because there's a whole thing of the Omnic crisis and how Omnics are people too, and we're going to treat them like they're regular people. They deserve,
Even though they're robots.
They're equality. They have they have their own intelligence. They're their own thing. And that's kind of the point of Overwatch. And like how the group got started was to fight the Omnics, and they're not evil anymore because they have their own personalities and ideas of things. And yet there's still characters who you could say they're in-game racist against these robots. Even though it's all fictional, it's a fictional world. If you're used to the X-Men being vilified because they're mutants and they're different from us and they're filthy muties,
Yep.
this same thing is happening in Overwatch with the Omnics. And some support them and they're like, yeah, you can just do whatever you want and be free to be yourself. Then there's the people who are like, filthy Omnics, they gotta die.
Yep.
So the entire game has been political. And it's not like a new thing. It's just they went to a different subject for it.
Yep.
I think I did see a thing where some people were like, oh, it's Tracer. It's not Mercy. It's not May.
Right.
It's like, who knows? It still could be.
I mean, they could
Whatever.
exactly. We literally do not know.
Imagine if they made one of the male characters gay.
Wait, dudes can't be gay.
Would there be as much or more outrage if, like, McCree was gay?
I saw a thing the other day. I can't remember what it was, but someone, McCree's belt buckle says BAMF.
Yeah.
This is BAMF.
Yeah.
Someone, oh, that's what it was. Someone was like, yo, I figured out what his belt buckle means. It actually means boys are mighty fine. So if McCree was gay, I mean, it could work. I'd believe, why not? I think it'd be rad. But
I thought it was a Nightcrawler fan.
oh, right, Banff, yeah. It definitely doesn't mean badass motherfucker. That'd be inappropriate.
Wait, is that what? I never thought of that.
A Banff, badass motherfucker?
I've never seen it portrayed that way.
Yeah. Isn't that, I think it's Dane, is that Dane Cook? I can't remember. We've come full circle. We're back to Dane Cook now. Employee of the month.
I was explaining to a friend about a movie, because he has the wallet that says BMF on it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Like
from Pulp Fiction.
From Pulp Fiction. I
It's
was
not
like, there was a
bad,
movie where like another character had that wallet, but like it was this really calamitous event where she was trying to take a picture of a billboard because she was on it because she's a stripper and it was for a strip club. But then the cop's like, you're not supposed to be back on this side road. She's like, I was just taking a picture. But then she locks herself out of the car. And she's like, can you check that door? And the cop opens the side door. She's like, can you reach over and unlock my door? So the cop leans in. He's like, it smells like marijuana in here. And she's like, oh, it's and he's like, do you have ID? And she's like, it's my wallet. It's one that says bad. And he's like, what? And she's like, yes, it's reinvigorated John Travolta's career. Trying to explain it. But
Yo, for real, though, Pulp Fiction is such a good movie. Anyways.
I'm wearing my Confused Travolta shirt right now.
Yep. My favorite version of that shirt. Like the Pulp Fiction, like, guns pointed with Confused Travolta will never not be funny to me. Okay, I just need to get that out. Okay, so we have a couple minutes left. Overwatch is cool. Tracer is gay, in summary. And I really like the holidays, and I spent an embarrassing amount of money on loot boxes. So there's your summary. Someone, actually, almost 50 episodes ago, it's for our 200th episode.
Yeah.
We had Doug Paskevich on, who does Arsenic Lullaby, independent artist who, one of the cleanest and like most refined. I don't know the way to describe it. Just really clean art. Really takes pride in the way he does his stuff, and also is very.
I appreciate his humor.
Yeah, he has dark humor, and he doesn't hold back really for anyone.
Yeah.
When he has an opinion on something, he is going to state that opinion, and he doesn't really give a shit if it's with the status quo or against it.
But he also takes pride in his research too.
Yeah.
If he's going to have an opinion about a topic, you can be sure he's looked at it from all angles possible.
Right. But there's actually a pretty unfortunate incident. Tracer being gay didn't ruin my Christmas, but Carrie Fisher suffering a massive heart attack is pretty far up there. Mm-hmm. Carrie Fisher, of course, the legendary Princess Leia, and also a very successful author as well. I know that because I sold books for 10 years. She apparently suffered the headline I kept seeing was massive heart attack. Mm-hmm. 'Cause apparently you can have big heart attacks and small heart attacks. But apparently she had a really tough one. Critical condition was another word I saw. In the hospital, like people were, and Carrie Fisher is a huge figure to a lot of people, especially women, because like a lot of people would look up to Princess Leia because Princess Leia is a bad bitch. Nobody fucks with Princess Leia. She's the one who got him out of like the like when they broke her out of prison, and then they're like, oh shit, we're in a gunfight. She's like, okay, I'm the one who got you out of this mess.
Give me the gun.
Yeah. And that was in the 70s. That was A New Hope, right? Was that like 77? Can't remember. But Carrie Fisher suffered a pretty serious injury with this heart attack, and Doug had some words on it, which it was a really neat story, and I want Alex to read it to us.
I was trying to look up a post from a friend first.
Oh my god!
But now I can't find it. No, a friend of me.
Mine. Yours? A friend of yours?
I can't find it now. Anyway, a friend of mine is a flight attendant, and she had said like that trip that she was on is one of the worst places to have a heart attack. Like from London to, what was it, New York, I think?
I didn't know. I didn't see, rather.
whatever that route was, she's like, that's
not a lot
like,
of places to land.
No, yeah, she's like, that's like the worst place that could have happened on, from a flight attendant's point of view. Okay, so earlier today, Doug had posted a little story that I thought was great. Years ago at Comic-Con International, a lady in sunglasses came up to my booth.
Which is San Diego, by the way. Comic-Con,
Yes.
it's San Diego Comic-Con.
The biggest one in the country.
Yep.
Lady in sunglasses came to my booth with a sense of urgency and wants T-shirts for her. I think she said daughter, maybe her niece. I don't remember. It was years ago. She handed over a credit card, which I then handed to my helper to run. I don't deal with stuff. I'm talent. And then in parentheses, actually, I don't know how. The helper looks at the card, gives me a weird look, trying to point to the name without the lady noticing. I give him a look like, I don't give a F if it's a stolen card. Run it. The name on the card was Carrie Fisher. She says she'll pick up the card the shirts later because she's in a big hurry to get to some meeting for something. And in 10 minutes, she's back in front of the booth. And I say, that was a short meeting. She looks at me, looks around, and there's like, denoting there was a lot of swears. And she says, are you telling me I went in a complete circle? How are you supposed to find anything in this effing place? I replied, don't ask me. I never leave this booth, said Doug. She takes her shirts and credit card, looks back at the crowd with a F this look on her face, and they talk about the movie The Burbs for a while. Because she was the wife in The Burbs of Tom Hanks. The point of the story is she's a tough broad and is probably bitching about being stuck in a hospital for no reason. Which, having seen her interviews and like her just talk about herself, like where, I guess on like network TV where she wouldn't swear as much as she normally does.
Right.
Which was shocking. I think she was on the Nerdist one time. And like hearing people swear casually who I'd never see do it is strange to me.
Yep. Absolutely.
It's fun and great, but it's like I never thought they said those
Unless
words.
you count like Nerf herder as as a curse.
But yeah, she probably is like pissed about being stuck. Like, I have things to do.
Yeah, I'm busy.
But that was a really neat story.
I really liked that. And it's one of those, everyone's always saying, at least in the past couple months, like, I can't wait for 2016 to be over. Like, damn it, 2016.
Yeah.
2016, in the grand scheme, has taken a lot of people from us.
Our friend Sarah was like, don't you do it.
Yeah.
Don't you do it, 2016.
Which, I can't remember if I mentioned it on air I think I mentioned it last week. I can't remember. I've told the story a couple times where, like, I saw a tweet and it was like, Grandpa, what happened with 2016? Why was 2016 so bad?
Takes three shots.
Yeah, it's like, well, Timmy, it all started with this fucking gorilla.
People, I have a different opinion because people have been so angry at 2016, and it's not really the year's fault, and it shouldn't be like a strange occurrence. Over the years, the past 50 years or whatever, our technological advancement and our ability to review everything that's come before us for so long, and just the wider scope and reach that we've been allowed to have recently. People that were making things 50 years ago and dying now isn't really a strange occurrence. Our outlook and our vision has been expanded so much that it's just the natural pace. We just haven't been able to produce as much 100 years ago. So when someone died 100 years ago, or no, when someone died 50 years ago because they made something before that, it wasn't that big a deal because they weren't as famous. We didn't have the ability to see everything that was happening.
Yeah.
So like we didn't know every director, actor, writer, inventor of a medical procedure. All these things weren't as commonly known to us. But now we have so much information right in our eyeballs that the knowledge of these people passing is news to us when it was never news before. So it's, just the world's getting bigger. Or no, it's a big world, but it's getting smaller for us because we can see everything.
And we're getting older. the people who we looked up to as children that we still look up to these days have been aging with us.
But we don't always know that because they're timeless on the screen.
It's easy to watch, like to go back and turn on Return of the Jedi and be like, look at Carrie Fisher. She's immortal.
Yeah.
That was 30 years ago, 30, 40 years ago. You know, it's really, really easy to forget that. Like, incredibly easy to forget that. But as of this morning, I heard Stable doing better, hopefully. So obviously, the T's and P's. T's and P's to Carrie Fisher. Thoughts and prayers.
Oh, yeah.
Really, it's just, good vibes going out to Carrie Fisher. Hope she recovers and kills it. We still need to go see Rogue One, but we might have someone on who...
Which I thought about not saying it, but if you've read up about Carrie Fisher, like heard her talk about her past, I don't want to downplay it or accuse her of anything, but like... we should be relieved that she's still alive as it is, because it sounds like she did a lot of drugs back in the day.
Yeah,
but it was a point where everyone was
literally everyone. Yep, but she made it out. She kicked ass, and hopefully looking forward to seeing her in episode 8. Is it 8? Yeah, it's 8.
I don't know anymore.
Right? Yeah, because 7, unless they do like 9 first.
No, Rogue One is 8.
No, Rogue One is like episode 3.5.
It's between 3 and 4. Yeah.
So,
I think
I've only heard one negative review, and it's from the one person who is absolute, like, Star Wars is his thing. Loves Star Wars, like, it's his bag. And if there's one person who I least expected to be like, that movie was garbage and I hated it, it was him. So hopefully we can have him on soon.
Well, did he like the prequels? Because that's a good, like, litmus test. Phantom Menace was the best. All right, we could just ignore his opinion.
Yeah. Well, like, I know, like, the original 3, obviously, like, those are, like, the Bible. But, I mean, when episode 7 came out, he did the marathon.
Wow.
He watched all 7 movies in the theater. He said he's never going to do it again.
You'll watch all 8 movies in the theater now.
Yeah, exactly.
Sounds like fun.
Can you imagine watching 1, 2, and 3, and then Rogue One, and then going to New Hope? Can you, like... Going from a 2016 movie to, I think A New Hope, was A New Hope 77?
79.
Let's take a look here.
We'll
77.
We'll check the information.
Nailed it.
I was wrong.
An American epic space opera, film written, directed by George Lucas. That's what Wikipedia says. Okay, anyways, Rogue One, we should probably go see that soon. Anyways, I have to go finish prepping for the Christmas, the Mass of Christ. You going to church tonight, Alex? You going to midnight Mass?
No.
You going to church? What?
No. Nope.
You gotta go to church, though.
No.
You gotta go praise.
I don't.
Praise Jesus.
Hey, Santa's not real because it's about Jesus.
Yo, I'm
Santa's
muting you.
fake.
I'm muting you. You're muted, sir.
Fake.
Oh, no one can hear you, man. It's just me.
Don't worship that.
False gods.
Oh my God. That was awesome. Anyways,
Santa's real, by the way. That was
absolutely Santa is real.
Mm-hmm.
Watched the Santa Claus the other night with my wife.
Is that the Tim Allen one?
Yeah. That's like working its way into my routine. Like normally I watch Elf. Love Elf.
Yes.
Elf. Muppet Christmas Carol is my jam. Muppet Christmas Carol, I believe, when we were talking about it a couple months ago, was my favorite movie ever made. I love Muppet Christmas Carol. And recently Polar Express has worked its way in.
Really?
Even though it's a terrifying film.
That's like the birth of the Uncanny Valley.
Uncanny Valley.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
When something is made fake but to look really really real.
Right.
And it's still fake, but they try to make it look real, and it's just scary and disturbing.
Yep.
That movie was like how we got the Uncanny Valley term. It's
really I don't know what it is, but like in recent years I'm like, okay, I don't mind this movie.
It was 30 Rock. Judah Freelander's explaining it to Tracy Morgan. And he's like, he makes like a bar graph or some kind of graph. And he's like, we have real people talking about real people. Like Han Solo from Star Wars. Tracy's like, that dude's the man. He acts like he doesn't care, but he really does. And then he's like, and then we switch to Tom Hanks in Polar Express. And Tracy goes, stop, I'm scared.
It's true.
He's like, that's the Polar
Just
Express.
the dead eyes. But like I saw it at Target the other day for $7 on Blu-ray. That's a sale. I'll buy that.
You didn't mention Scrooged.
Don't like Scrooged.
What?
I know. I don't like all the movies that everyone else... I hate A Christmas Story. Hate it. Hate that fucking movie.
We're not friends
I
anymore.
don't give a shit about your BB gun.
It's
But
not
like,
about the BB gun.
A Christmas Toy... I've talked about that in the past at length on
Never
the
heard
show.
of it.
Christmas Toy,
No.
Jim Henson.
No.
It's
Sounds dumb.
It's toy. Fair. It's. It was. Let's see here. It was 1986. Okay, Euro's born, and I was raised in this movie. My mother recorded it off TV. I think. Or no, did we have the real one? I can't remember. Anyways, Christmas Toy was Toy Story before Toy Story existed. It was made by Jim Henson. It's all the voices. Like you can hear, like all the different like Muppets voices. It's all these toys,
Yeah.
and they come to life when people aren't around, and then like they all get terrified for Christmas because the new toys are going to show up. And there's one toy, his name's Rugby Tiger. He's a favorite toy, and he doesn't want to be replaced, so he's determined to go down to the tree. Which you don't leave the toy room. You do not leave the toy room. He wants to go down to the tree and put himself in one of the boxes so he can get unwrapped, and then he's still the favorite because apparently his owners would have amnesia and not realize that they already have this doll. Anyways, but he's terrified of being replaced, just like Woody in Toy Story.
Right.
So it's Toy Story before Toy Story. This is 86.
Yeah, but Bill Murray tells the props guy to just staple the antlers onto the mouse's head with a stapler.
And if you get seen, if you're seen out of place by a human in the Christmas toy, you die.
What?
The toys faint and they never come back. But then at the end, spoilers. At the end, they come back because Mew gets seen.
He just ruined it for me.
Mew's a cat toy, and everyone always says that he smells like catnip. And he's like, I'm a cat toy. What the fuck do you expect? I love the Christmas toy.
The Ghost of Christmas Present, like just beats Bill Murray.
He probably had it
actually hit him at one point too. Like was really hurting him. I think she bit his lip. That was the real part. He was bleeding.
coming. Good lord.
Yeah.
I like Christmas movies, though.
That's great.
What else is there really quick before we end here? We are over an hour. Holy shit. Remember, I was like, we're going to keep it short, like 45 minutes. Oh yeah, because I was talking about how Santa Claus is like working its way into my like rotation. Because Netflix, I love Netflix. Don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Netflix. Their selection this year for Christmas movies was shit.
I'm not surprised.
They had like in past years they had everything. I could pop on Polar Express, Nightmare Before Christmas, which doesn't really give me a Christmas vibe. It's more Halloween, but like you could pop on like everything.
There's a picture on the internet of Lock, Shock, and Barrel with Santa Claus. So, like, 3 people dressed up as the 3 kids from Nightmare Before Christmas.
Right.
They go to kidnap Santa. They went into a mall and took a picture with Santa.
It's brilliant.
It's great.
Did you ever see the picture of that Jared posted? And it was the 3 Trump kids.
The 3 Trump kids?
And they were singing like the...
Kid, not the Santa Claus.
Get the Sandy Claus. Anyways, we got to finish. I got to go take care of Christmas stuff. I hope everyone has an amazing holiday. Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate. I hope it's amazing. Alex, I hope you have a great holiday.
Thanks. You
I
too.
hope it's full of presents and video games and PlayStations.
I asked for Tekken 7, even though it's not out until next year. So
You can get a gift card.
I might get an IOU.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are better than cash. Anyways, I hope everyone has a great holiday. And we shall return with guests. This is 2 weeks of justice. Although last week we got snowed in. Last week was fun. Last week was new. Anyways, so I guess that'll do it, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. All right. If you want a pin, you can still buy one. That was our holiday gift guide. Did you see that? I was pretty proud of that.
Mike thought there was more. There's not.
There is not. Our holiday gift guide is buy our pin. So $5, Alex at ombpodcast.com if you want to buy a pin. Or just, I guess, hit us up, whatever. I don't give a shit. Buy a pin. They're really neat. They're pins. They're not buttons.
They're nice.
They are metal pins. They
They're
are
really
fucking awesome. I almost lost one off my bag the other day and I got really upset. I don't have like 20 to replace it with, but hey, you know. Anyways, so until next week, I'm JR.
I'm Alex.
And this has been episode 249 of Opinions May Vary. Yeah? All right.